Thank you for joining me today on the video about rosacea. Now, this is a condition that is very commonly misdiagnosed because it's also referred to as adult acne. The treatments for adult acne or rosacea and common acne are completely different, and this is where a lot of people run into difficulty and very often are making their condition a lot worse by using products that are destined for common acne. I have suffered from rosacea for many years, and I can really understand your frustrations in finding solutions to manage your condition or to get it treated permanently or almost permanently. But stay with me because I've got some pro tips along with all my years of experience to share with you, and together hopefully I can give you some wonderful information on how you can treat rosacea. So what is rosacea actually? It is an inflammation of the capillaries on the face. For example, you're in a very, very warm place and your skin will get red, which is kind of normal for most of us. But in the case of rosacea or people with the rosacea condition, the redness doesn't go away quickly, and the capillaries are not contracting and expanding as they should, and they remain visible on the surface of the skin. So you'll see this on a cold day, you'll see it if you eat spicy food, you'll see it if you drink alcohol. So the capillaries are just weakened and they don't have that flexibility to contract and expand anymore. This causes the problem in the following stages, where the capillaries are irritated by everything it comes in contact with on the skin, both environmentally and physical products that you will be using on the skin. And this is where the irritation comes in. This is where you can go to further stages of rosacea, which are very unpleasant and extremely difficult to solve. In today's video, I'm just going to discuss rosacea that is visible on the face, because you can have rosacea on the eyes, the eyelids, inside the nostrils. You can have it on the ears, the chest, neck, and whatever. But let's just talk about the most common form, which is actually on the cheeks, the chin, the nose, and sometimes the forehead. The first stage of rosacea is just flushing on the cheek, so a little bit of intermittent redness, which would be classed as a little bit more than normal redness that is not moving away quickly as it would in the case of a normal skin that doesn't have rosacea. The second stage would be where the redness is persistent, so it's not moving away despite coming out cold or warm. It's always there, and this is where you will be probably getting the first indications that you're suffering from rosacea. The third stage is where you're starting to get bumps or pustules on the skin. The skin is very irritated, it's extremely sensitive, and this is actually where it's mostly misdiagnosed as acne. So how do you know if you've got acne or you have rosacea? Well, with acne, it's generally in an oily skin, and the acne breakout is very commonly all over the face, or from the jawline downwards to the lower jaw just underneath. You will see that there will be blackheads, there may be white spots when it's like quite infected. And the redness that you experience with acne is different because it's usually just around where you have the inflammation on the spot. It's quite common you're going to grow out of acne, so if it's a teenage acne, as you reach the peak of your growth, the acne should go, or it may be hormonally related if you have a hormone imbalance in your body. Of course, another reason you could be having acne is because you're using acne promoting ingredients on your skin, so pore blocking ingredients, and this is something that you can easily change and you can easily treat. Rosacea, on the other hand, is in the beginning stages is very concentrated along the cheek area. After this, it kind of spreads along the nose, very often to the chin or the forehead. But most commonly, it begins on the cheeks with the flushing and the redness. In the case of rosacea as well, the redness is completely in one area. If it's the cheeks, there's usually not much break in between the redness. It's right across the cheek, or it's right across the forehead, like very often in a V, or it's on the chin. Whereas, as I just mentioned, in acne, it's just around the actual spot. The common triggers for rosacea are using harsh products, so toners containing alcohol, acid exfoliations, using rough scrubs on your skin is another one. Sun exposure, absolutely huge. And in my opinion, also dehydration is a major trigger for rosacea. I'm just going to pop up a visual where you can see the difference in acne and the difference between rosacea in the different stages. So it's quite easy to see where the acne spots are and where the rosacea is quite across the cheeks or chin or nose, as the case may be. You absolutely have to avoid perfumed products, acid exfoliations, as I mentioned, toners, rough scrubs, hot water. Keep away from saunas. They're really, really bad for this. And it's essential that you use calming products on your skin. So look out for calming product ranges. You've got the information, you know about the triggers, you've seen the visuals, you may be recognizing some of the symptoms of rosacea on your skin. Now you need professional advice. First line professional advice could come from your skincare therapist, who I hope will be professional enough to recognize rosacea, and if necessary, refer you to a dermatologist or start you on a routine of calming products and avoiding the harsh things I mentioned earlier about the toners and the exfoliations. And here, in the case of mild rosacea, you might already get to see some really nice results. If this isn't working for you, of course, go to your dermatologist, because a dermatologist is the person who can give you prescription medication, whether it be oral antibiotics, topical antibiotics, or specific rosacea creams. I've used the rosacea creams and unfortunately they didn't work for me, but I have seen them work for quite a few people, and it's been very good at managing their condition, and a lot of people are getting great results from the creams, which, as I said, would be prescribed by a dermatologist. What has worked for me, and I know in the US it's getting more common that people are using microneedling to reduce or to treat the rosacea, and honestly, this is the best results I have had. I've been super happy, and it was just kind of accidental that I tried out microneedling when I was learning how to do it, and a few weeks later I'm like, oh my god, my skin is so good. And then I started playing around with it a little bit, and then I realized really it's the best thing I have ever done for my rosacea. When I'm talking about this, of course, I'm a skincare professional. It's not microneedling that you would do at home, because you would have to do it either with a qualified skincare therapist or with a dermatologist. At the end of the day, whether you've got rosacea or you've got any other skincare problems, please use calming products on the skin, because good calming products do clean your skin, but they do not agitate the skin, and they do help to reduce redness. I'm not going to let you go without telling you the importance of sunscreen in rosacea. You absolutely have to use a very, very good sunscreen, and please use a physical sunscreen, mineral sunscreen, natural sunscreen, because these are the ones that are not going to irritate your skin, because they just rest on the top of the skin and they will give you the protection you need. A final word of warning on rosacea is there is a lot of false information out there on how to treat rosacea, so please make sure that you're following skincare professional advice, dermatologist advice. Don't believe all the tips and tricks that you're seeing that are non-professional out there, because some of the things that I have seen out there are so bad. So please remember, consult your skincare professional for advice on rosacea.